Everyone laughed at him when he married her. 6 years later, she shows her metamorphosis. What is beauty? Is it only something on the outside, or does the inside count as well? This man knew his wife wasn't the best looking, but he loved her nonetheless. Unfortunately, his friends couldn't look past her appearance. This was a tough time for the couple, while they were supposed to be enjoying one of the most precious moments in their life. This bride got a lot of criticism on the way she looked when pictures of her and her groom appeared on the internet. But in the 6 years since, she's undergone a massive metamorphosis, which has shut up every critic. This true story shows that looks aren't the most important thing in the world. Despite the nasty remarks, the bride and her groom had an amazing wedding day. They don't care what other people think. They married each other because they are each other's true love. They weren't fazed by the nasty comments of other people. Unfortunately, their friends and family weren't the only ones who couldn't keep their opinion to themselves. We'll admit, both the bride and the groom don't quite fit into the beauty ideal we have in our world today. But that says more about our beauty ideals than about them. They love each other and don't look at appearances. Maybe they're more developed than we are. But still, they got a lot of comments. The internet seems to have a new obsession every day. It followed the same trend with this story. Their wedding pictures surfaced, they got a lot of negative comments, but after only a week or so, the comments subsided. The couple went on loving each other and had a great honeymoon. The world forgot about them and didn't know they would resurface after 6 years, having undergone a massive metamorphosis. The metamorphosis would have gone undetected if it hadn't been for this one journalist. One day, he couldn't come up with a subject to write a story about when he remembered the controversial couple. He wondered what they were up to these days and decided to write a follow-up story. Were they still married? He went on his way to find them. It took the better part of the day to figure out where the controversial couple was, but when he finally found them, he was in for a real surprise. He found them in a small town, away from the big cities. They had built a lovely home there, where they lived together, still very much in love. The journalist first didn't recognize them. She had changed so much. Continue on to find out. It had been 6 years since their pictures surfaced on the internet. Since then, they had stayed out of the limelight. The bride had changed dramatically in those 6 years, something which both their friends and the complete strangers on the internet had never expected. The journalist was shocked. Was this the same woman as in those pictures 6 years ago? She looked completely different. He realized what kind of scoop he had in his hands here. People would be astonished to see what she looked like today. He decided to take a picture to show to the world. The woman had undergone a complete metamorphosis and looked nothing like her old self. According to her, she had made some serious lifestyle changes in the past 6 years. For example, she had started eating more healthy and exercising more often. She and her husband had a piece of advice for the rest of the world. Her husband had told her that it wasn't necessary for her to change this drastically, as he loved her no matter what. Still, he supported her in her choices and her new, healthier lifestyle, as he would support her in everything she would ever do in life. He loved her truly. The journalist asked the husband if this had changed anything in their relationship. The only thing that has changed in their relationship is the way that she looks. They still love each other as much as they did on that fateful day, 6 years ago, when they got married. They never cared about what the critics said. This metamorphosis really says a lot about society nowadays. The couple wants to tell the world that they should not just base their opinion on someone by the way that they look. What's way more important is how that person makes you feel. If someone makes you happy, it doesn't matter what they look like. They are the living examples of this.